Greetings, everyone. Greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Welcome to this episode of F Your Feelings Friday. Yes, we're going in tonight a little bit because, because um, I got to address a few things. So I want to just give a special shout out to everybody that has been supporting the channel. I thank you greatly. Everybody that has subscribed and has joined, I appreciate all of the support. If you'd like to donate to the channel, that is BGAB Clothing. Again, if you'd like to donate, that's BGAB Clothing, you all. So, excuse me because I'm just sending this live stream out to a couple of people just so they can have it at their disposal. If they choose to come on or join, that's up to them. So I hope everyone has been having a great week. I hope you all have been having a wonderful Friday. As you all know, today is Friday. Let me remove this, y'all. And let me remove this. What are y'all doing? You're going to get sprayed. Y'all, my cat just came in here. It doesn't fail. Every time I go live, they come in here trying to get my attention, y'all. Makes no sense. All right, y'all. Um, one more thing I'm trying to do here. And let me send this here as well. Okay. And should I let the people know we are live? I think I might. Okay, let's see if I can post in my story that we are live. Create. All right, y'all. And just go like that. All right, all right, all right, all right. That's the best I can do, y'all. That's the best that I can do. All right, what's good, Knowledge Seeker? You finally made it. Hey, Knowledge Seeker. Knowledge Seeker, we got to talk. We got to talk about this thing. We got to talk about this Charlie Kirk stuff. So Knowledge Seeker, I'm so glad you're here. Yes. And our Lord and Savior, yes, indeed. How am I holding up? I'm coming along, Knowledge Seeker. Thank you for asking. I hope you've been doing well. It looks like you've been having fun for what I've seen you posted up on your Instagram page, and I'm glad to see that you've been enjoying yourself. So anyway, I'm going to come on camera. This is F Your Feelings, F Your Feelings, F Your Feelings Friday. F Your Feelings Friday, y'all. Anyway, we got to get into these hit dogs howling out here, y'all. Hit dogs are out here freaking howling, okay? They're barking up the wrong tree over here. And so we're going to talk about it because I'm tired of the madness, right? People are hypersensitive about the Kirkster, okay? They're very hypersensitive right now. And for the love of me, I don't know why. Because it's not like we did anything to cause this to happen. This was not done by us. So stop coming over here attacking us because we're simply talking about the matter. Knowledge Seeker, you said they dragged you to fill. Hold on. They threatened to send your page to the FBI. Are you freaking serious? Hold on. Send your page to the FBI for what? What did you do? What did you say? I looked at your page. Hold on. They dragged you to filth on YouTube from your Charlie Kirk video. You got the screenshots. Guess what? Well, we both got screenshots. So that's why I'm in the building right now because we both got screenshots. And this little cowardly idiot deleted the rest of whatever he wrote before I was able to capture it and come on here. This just happened a few minutes ago, y'all. Okay. Let me clean off my glasses. All right, this just happened not too long ago when I did my latest live stream, but just a little bit of criticism I gave him was too much. Okay, well, you have a right to an opinion. Didn't he have a right to criticize people? Didn't he have an opinion? So that's what I'm not understanding. Like, it's egregious what's going on out here. Yeah, I cannot find my freaking video on live stream. I hope y'all can see me because I can't find myself on here. This happens every time I go live. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. But I'm about to show you some screenshots too, knowledge seeker. So you're not the only one going through this. It's actually going all across the table, y'all. It's going all across the internet. Um, they are really freaking out over Charlie Kirk. You said they are acting like he was, yeah, they're acting like this is their savior. That's what I was saying earlier. It's freaking ridiculous. I mean, for them to be acting like this, they act like this man gave them life itself. Like he was the one that breathed life into their bodies. That's how they're acting. And it's getting really out of control. You know what? It's like they are, what do you call political thugs, gangsters and warriors. They're political gangsters out here. You said I never put people on a high pedestal. You shouldn't. Like, who told these people that Charlie Kirk was their savior? They need to get over it because he certainly was not. He's a person just like anybody else. Yeah, I cannot find my freaking live stream. This is so irritating. Let me see. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I was in Oregon for the last 4 weeks. Were you? Okay, so you were out in Oregon. Shout out to Oregon. How was Oregon? You gotta let me know how Oregon was. I've never been to Oregon before. That sounds different. That's what that sounds like. Sounds like that is very different. I just now made it back to Cali. Okay, I'm going back to Cali, to Cali, to Cali. Yeah, all right. Well, looks like you've been enjoying yourself. I'm glad to hear that you made it safely back to your territory. I do, wish that you didn't have to go through all you went through with your little debacle and called liberals to cancel mob. Last time I checked. Okay, wait a minute. You said people are losing their jobs off of voicing their opinion. Yes, I saw that. I saw that Jimmy freaking Kimmel lost his position because of what he said about Charlie freaking the Kirkster. I think that is kind of going overboard, y'all. I mean, because it's not like other people didn't have opinions. It's not like comedians didn't talk about Obama when he was in office. Like they used to come on Saturday Night Live and talk about all the presidents. But I guess all of a sudden it's different when the Kirkster is involved, right? I found this very egregious, y'all. Last time I checked, the Republicans were pushing a narrative for freedom of speech. So I guess it's freedom of speech as long as you agree with whatever their narrative is. That's what it sounds like to me. Because if you have a difference in opinion and they don't like what you say, then that's really not freedom of speech. You said and called liberals to cancel mob. That is insane. What's good, Fox Galaxy in the building? Knowledge Seeker, I didn't make you a moderator. I'm gonna have to make you a moderator, Knowledge Seeker. Um, I don't know if I can do it on here though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to make you a moderator. Okay, I see myself, y'all. I finally can see myself. All right. Okay, there I go. All right, so what I'm going to do, Fox Galaxy, I'm glad to see you in the building. I'm trying to make Knowledge Seeker a moderator, and let's see if I can make this happen. You just woke up? Okay, that's what's up. Okay, there you go, Knowledge Seeker. You have a wrench, okay? So, Knowledge Seeker, you should have a wrench now. Let me know if you can use it. Excuse my comments if there are typos. This autocorrect is vicious. I know it is. I know it is. Nothing against you. Knowledge Seeker, do you have your wrench? I don't see it on you. I think you do have a wrench. Let me know if you got it because I can't tell. Yes, you do. Good, good, good. Okay. So I'm glad you have your wrench. Use it. willingly at your disposal. You already know what to do. After 3.5 years of friendship, wait a minute, hold on. What happened at 3.5 years of friendship? Did you and someone fall out over the Kirkster? Is that what happened? Did you and someone fall out over the Kirkster? Tell me it's not so. Tell me it's not so. You have it. All right, so let me get into it, y'all. It's showing up on your end good. Make sure y'all like this video, y'all. Make sure you like this video. Like it, like it, like it. All right. So let's get into it. I'm going to share with you this troll that was in my live stream earlier. I shall add them to the stage. This is, what do you call it? Presentation A, or whatever you want to call it. So this person goes by the handle SS/50/cal3232. Now, the looks of this person, he was going back and forth in my chat section earlier when I was doing my live stream. And as you can clearly see, he looks like one of those people that you would see on those shows where people come up missing. That's what he looks like. So be very, very careful with the likes and the antics of these type of predators, because he looks like a predator, y'all. So this person was in my live stream when I was talking about the Kirkster, okay? Now, apparently, maybe he didn't like some things that I said, but I didn't even say anything about the Kirkster. I was talking about the Kirkster's wife, and I was talking about Allison Holker and how Allison Holker was DJ Twitch's ex-wife. You know, DJ Twitch is no longer with us because of his untimely demise, okay? And I was saying that Erica Kirk and Allison Holker remind me of one another with the narratives, with their somber antics, with their lack of empathy for their husbands. Okay. He decided to come all up in the comment section talking to me, but I was not addressing him. Okay. So after I got off the live stream, everything was over and done with, right? Lo and behold, I get an alert message as I'm checking my phone, and I see that he is posting comments under another one of my videos. And I'm going to show you what video it is, okay? So just a second, y'all. Let me get this gremlin off my page for a second, okay? You said a homegirl of mine told me to remove anything with my information because they are docking anybody who's making videos about Charlie Kirk. Yes. So I have changed some things as well because these gremlins cannot, be trusted. So let me show you what ended up happening. So I have a video and it says, "Stop calling yourselves black." Now, this is a short of mine. So let me see if I can share this screen. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can share this. Share. All right. Hold on, y'all. All right. I don't know if it's going to share what I want to share. So let's just see. It says it won't allow, don't allow. Okay. All right. If I can't, I'm going to stop sharing because I don't think it's going to share like I want. So I'm going to have to play it off my phone, y'all. Okay. Unfortunately. So let me find this video and I'll play it for y'all off of my phone. Okay. Here it is. Immigrants, shall I say, illegal immigrants, coming over here, taking resources away from Native Americans. Who are the Native Americans? Me. People that look like me. Brown-skinned people, okay? Native to this land, indigenous people to this land. Who are your grandparents? They are native to this land, a lot of us. Stop saying you're African American. I don't care how many times I have to say it on the video. People keep calling themselves black, which that's not a nationality. Okay? I feel about these migrants, these immigrants, shall I say. All right. I feel about these migrants, these immigrants. Okay, so that was the short that I was playing. Now, under this comment section, let me let y'all know. He has since deleted the comments as a few minutes ago before I could even come back on here to share it with y'all. So I was able to capture one of the comments. Okay, and this is what he had to say, y'all. So he goes under that video and says, "You are not." First of all, who the freak is he to tell me what I am? And would you subscribe to the term FBA? No, I would not, knowledge seeker. Foundational Black Americans, of that terminology has just been around for the last couple of years, the last 1 to 2 years or so. And I don't subscribe to those either because I feel a certain way about that terminology. So I don't subscribe to it. I subscribe to being Native American, an indigenous native of this land, because my great grandmother was Native American, and that's who we are. So, anyway, he says, "You are not a Native American." Who the freak is this idiot? Hold on, y'all. Let me show you what this psychopath looks like. This idiot right here is going to try to tell me what I am, right? As if he had anything to do with the creation of me. He had nothing to do with that, right? So he goes into my comment section under my video post to put this message here. "You are not a Native American. We brought you over to get you out of true slavery. You didn't bring me anywhere, you idiot. Y'all are the ones that came over here talking about you discovered something that we were already living on, right?" And then he says, "Then we employed you to work." He doesn't look like he employed anybody, let alone does he look like he even works or has employment. "A place to stay and food is payment for work." He sounds ignorant and stupid and retarded. "Love everyone no matter who you are." Now that is like a backhanded, like, what is that supposed to mean? That's some idiotic rhetoric. So other people were posting in the section. Somebody said, "My sister, you are American Indian, not Black. You are an Aboriginal foundational American. You are not Native American." All right. And I like the comment. But to come in my comment section as a European, you have nothing and no say so over the DNA that runs through my lineage, and to tell me who I am or to give me any type of education on my background. Get out of here. Y'all have lied to us enough. This right here, this freaking, what does he look like? A weirdo, y'all. This looks like them people that you see on those videos. Like I said, with all that weird stuff with children. That's what he looks like. So then later on, he came back under the comment section and said, and I couldn't capture it fast enough, y'all, but he told me that since I feel like that, hold on, let me get this idiot off my screen. Since I feel like that, I need to go adopt some Haitian children because he allegedly adopted two Haitian children or something to that effect. And it was the best thing he could have ever done in his life, which I responded, "You have no business around children whatsoever, considering the fact that you're coming into Brown Girls Are Beautiful's channel arguing and going back and forth with a female. He needs to stay far away from children." Then I let him know if he did not remove himself from my channel expeditiously, then I gladly will. All right. So this idiot must have deleted whatever comments he had and removed himself. All right. So if y'all see him anywhere in the building, anywhere in the comment section, ban him for life because I will do it myself. NY Heart Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Yes, yes, indeed, Fox Galaxy. But like I said, they cannot keep themselves out of our conversations. They cannot keep themselves out of our narratives. They always have to interject themselves and forcefully superimpose their ideologies upon us. They always want us to think how they want us to think, act how they want us to act, do what they want. You know, we have to do what they want us to do. The world doesn't work that way. This is why the Creator gave us free will over our minds, bodies, spirits, and souls. You said I meant my. It's getting worse and worse on social media with these people. Yeah, these people are psychologically ill and they have mental illness. They have mental illness. So, in case y'all didn't know, there was a Caucasian guy, a Caucasoid, that threatened to blow up or to shoot up a bunch of 20 melanated children. Let me find the article for y'all. Man threatens to shoot daycare children. All right. And not just any daycare children, melanated children. Okay. So this happened in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let me find that information for you, okay? Hold on one second, y'all. These people are very sick in the head. All right. I'm trying to get past the video. I don't even know who thinks like this. But see, this is the nature of these savages. This is the nature of these savages. So we got to talk about it. Let me see if I can share this. I don't know if I can or not. If not, you know that I'll have to do it some other type of way. Okay. All right. Let's see. How can I share this? Share. Share. Allow. All right, now how did I do this? Window. Okay, let me do the window. Small. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if this will work, y'all. All right, I'm gonna try to share my screen again. And I don't know which I can see. I don't know if this is showing up for y'all. Is it showing up? Okay, it looks like it is. All right, let me make it bigger for y'all. Okay. All right, I'm gonna play the video. Now, can y'all hear this? Let me know if you can hear this. Okay, knowledge seeker, you said you cannot hear this? Are you saying you cannot hear it? Are you saying you can or you cannot hear it? You said yes, no, no. Can you not hear this? I don't know what you're saying. Can you hear yes or no? Okay, I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, so I'm going to go back on my phone and try to play it myself to see if I can be heard. Just
breaking tonight, a North Carolina man who allegedly vowed to shoot up black preschoolers has been caught by the FBI. The suspect is 25. Vowed to shoot up black.
Okay, it sounds like it can be heard. Oh, yes.
The suspect is 25.
Okay, so y'all said it's no audio. Now you said you hear it. Okay. Y'all, these are the antics of these idiots. This is what they're doing, going around threatening innocent children. And then they want to talk about us for talking about Charlie Kirk, talking about us for speaking about somebody that was making baseless claims against melanated people. But this idiot can go around and threaten a preschool children now. What did these little children ever do to this man? I can't even call him a man, this male grizzly bear. Why would you want to go and shoot up innocent children, y'all? Why? Make sense of it, because it makes no sense to me. But they don't want to talk about that. And yes, knowledge seeker, they are trying to blame us for what happened. You cannot blame us for what these people did to their own people. They cannot blame us for that. That's not our fault. That's what you've been saying. Charity starts at home. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. They want to have someone to blame and they want someone to be mad at. They need to be mad at themselves. They started this savagery. Okay. And they still live in savagery and they continue to live in savagery. And what they don't want to do is confront their own demons, right? They want to pick and choose and blame somebody for all of what they've done throughout history. And this is not our problem and it's not our fault. So anyway, let me see, knowledge seeker. I will drop the link if you want to come and share. Let me see your testimony of what happened in your situation. Hold on one second. This is for knowledge seeker. If you want to come up, you don't have to, but you can if you like. Because I'm curious to find out what went on in in your case and your situation. But yeah, I said I got to come on here and share what's going on. We are tired of the debacles. We are tired of them superimposing their ideals upon us, making us feel like we did something wrong when clearly this had nothing to do with us. We're just simply talking about it and voicing our opinion, and they're mad about that. Then let's not even get into the fact that they basically let Jimmy Kimmel go because he made basically a few jokes about it. And really, his jokes were about Donald Trump response to the Kirkster. That's all it was. He was just making some jokes, y'all. And they relieved him of his position because of that. Yeah, it's just gone so far with these people, y'all. So the free speech, the right to free speech, um, you know, what is the right to free speech if they're censoring everything that you say? All right. I find it very ironic that they will be this hypersensitive over somebody that said whatever they wanted that was on their mind. Uh-oh, here he comes. Add to the stage. Just a moment, knowledge seeker. I want to play this real quickly, if you don't mind. This is Jimmy Kimmel because a lot of people may not have heard what he had to say about Trump, and I want people to hear this as well. So, just a second, knowledge seeker. I see you. All right, let me share my screen. Share, allow, go to window, hit this, and then go here. Okay. Hopefully, y'all can hear or see this. All right, so this is what Jimmy Kimmel had to say, y'all. We are not talking about freaking dental implants. The nerve of these people. They would do that. Hold on one second. Okay, this is his response, y'all. This is his response to Charlie Kirk. Now, according to Candace Owens, they're supposed to be really good friends, right? They're supposed to be excellent friends, right? Wonderful friends. Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump are supposed to be friendly. All right. Now, if that's his friend, do you all agree that this is a proper way of grieving? Now, I can't tell someone how to grieve. We can't tell someone how to grieve, but that's his response. Do you remember how hard Charlie the Kirkster was going for Trump, the Trumpster? I mean, at all of these debates, he was going hard and heavy, hard and heavy. But Donald Trump started talking about the construction of the ballroom in the White House, y'all. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. This is what Jimmy Kimmel was presenting to us. I can't believe that this happened. You're absolutely right. Can't believe it, y'all. Cannot believe it. So it was this rhetoric, I guess, that made people feel a certain way. I didn't finish playing the whole thing, but I'm gonna bring you up, Knowledge Seeker. Welcome, 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 Knowledge Seeker. Glad to have you in the building.
Hold on. Sorry, I was messing with my microphone. Couldn't.
You good?
Yeah, yeah. No, thank you for having me. Is my audio coming in good?
Yes, it is. I
No,
can hear
no,
you loud.
yeah. It's been a little bit though, but how are you doing given the circumstances over the last week?
Man, thank you for, checking on me and I'm checking on you too. I have been maintaining. I've been maintaining. We're going to stay strong and we're going to basically have camaraderie amongst one another and stay strong for each other and support one another.
Okay, good to hear. Good to hear.
Oh gosh. Okay, so tell me what's been going on with you and your channel?
Um, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been thinking about leaving YouTube a few times, but I just make
Mhm.
videos when I just, when something happens and when I just feel up to it though, because I just can't
Yeah.
stand sometimes the trolls and then the a little bit the YouTube drama, and but I still gotta voice my opinion and let the facts get out there though. People's not gonna always like what you have to say, but I put a disclaimer with my videos though. If you feel like your blood is boiling, just leave and go someplace else. I don't watch stuff I dislike. If you don't like my crap, then don't watch it. But I find it funny people watch it and they talk crap though. But it's just the way the world is.
It is. It's the way the world is. I've been watching other platforms as well, and I've seen like bigger YouTubers going through it. Just egregious comments in the comment section. I have gotten a lot of attention since I've been talking about it, and like my comment sections have been blowing up nonstop. Like while I live stream or while I'm streaming live, they will just like it was so much that there's no way I could read all the comments. So I just had to ignore it and keep my train of thought because if you lose your focus and your train of thought, then it's going to throw you off balance. But as long as focus and hone in on what your message is and just ignore everything else, you can do that. And you might also need to just turn off your comments too in the comment section just
I'm
to keep them away.
I'm trying to get into the practice of just, ignoring the comment section. I might read two. Now again, I might. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I would do. I'll read two or three, and then the rest I'm like, okay, I'm good though. Just ignore. I encourage every single content creator out there. Just ignore the comment section. Just don't touch it. Just don't mess with it.
Just ignore the comment section. I mean, because what their objective and what their goal is to kind of throw you off so that you don't focus on your message. And so that now they are the center of attention and they want your energy and your focus. So you can't let them do that. And then they'll have power and control over your show. And so we're not going to give them that. We're not going to give them control over our channels and what we're doing. You just got to understand that you're stronger than that because everybody can be a keyboard bandit behind the scenes. People can be so loud and boisterous when they're not up close and personal in someone's face. And unfortunately, that's just how social media is now. It gives people, a platform to be very, very, I guess, like nasty to each other. And so you just got to be strong and know that, these people are very ignorant and childish.
Mm, Yeah, I get that, 100%, and just gotta just tell the truth, tell your truth, and just shine the light and get the true stuff out there. And I was very respectful with my Charlie Kirk video, like, and I didn't once condone violence in that video. But just me simply giving my critique of him as a person, just really just made them mad though, and wow, and they don't even know this man. Even like I would never go this hard for somebody I don't even know though. I mean, I've advocated for our brothers and sisters who have been unalived by police, brutality and stuff like that. But I never went this hard for somebody I did not know. And so did Charlie Kirk put a spell on you guys? Was he like your messiah, your white knight? I don't know what it is though. You're going this hard for a person who most likely probably don't even care about you and did not know that you even existed.
That's very true. And I think that everybody should have their right to voice their opinion. No, nobody over here, like I said in my prior videos, was celebrating his death. I don't think anybody was. I don't think a lot of people are going to be just sitting on the internet celebrating it. And so, just for you voicing your opinion, you shouldn't be attacked for that. If you didn't agree with some of his antics, then you have a right not to agree with his antics and his opinion and his viewpoints. The same way everybody's not going to agree with everything we say, but does that give somebody a right to attack them on a platform? No, it doesn't. It doesn't give people to, the right to be egregious and distasteful and disrespectful. The same right to free speech that Charlie had is the same right to free speech that we should all have. And unfortunately, it was one of his own that took him out allegedly. So really they're directing their anger at the wrong people. It's misdirected anger, and they need to really look within themselves and figure out why they're so mad and angry, because we didn't do this. We didn't cause this.
I
We're
mean,
just
before we found out who the hitter was when it came to Charlie Kirk, though, just within a matter of 48 hours, like over two or three, it was three HBCUs were targeted by white supremacist groups and things like that before information about the hitter came out, though. So they were already ready to just say it was one of us who took him out, though. And then they got egg on their face when they were like, "Oh, it was a European persuasion who took Charlie Kirk out and stuff like that." So y'all gotta work in y'all ranks because y'all got mofo's who are out here plotting on y'all. So like I don't think what Europeans y'all not learning. Not all skin folk is kinfolk. Black folks, we know that though. Europeans, they're not learning that.
Yes, we do know that. We know that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And one thing about them is they will take up for one another when it's against one of us, whether that person is right or wrong. If they see a bunch of people jumping on one of us, they'll jump in it and not even know what's really going on. That person could be attacking us wrongly, and they will still take up for their counterpart. But I think that a lot of times we try to have some sense of standards about, being fair in a situation. Like, we don't go out there and celebrate someone's death. Because our parents raised us differently and taught us that you don't do that. Plus, it's allegedly in the Bible not to do stuff like that. Now, these people, they have a lot of other people that were out there celebrating his death. Why don't they go attack those people's channels that were actually celebrating the death? We didn't come over on our platforms and celebrate his death. So why are they, getting mad just because we voiced our opinions? I don't understand. And then there's been even instances where I'm not even talking about Charlie Kirk. I have been speaking about Candace Owens, and I've been talking about the circumstances surrounding the Charlie Kirk situation. And they will still come into the comment section with their egregious comments, being mad and hostile for no reason, when I haven't even said anything negatively about the Kirkster.
They're trying to control the narrative on like they're not taking no backlash for their white knight. And like, and I have to say it again though, to what Charlie Kirk was doing though, like his followers are actually cowards. So I don't feel bad for saying that though, because Charlie Kirk was saying all the things that they were afraid to say, and so they were living vicariously through him. Now their avatar that they were living vicariously through has been wiped from the software in the video game. And but then so there's but they still love their avatar so much they're trying to protect the narrative and still hope that what their avatar represented can still be in the media and the public though. So that's why they're mad right now.
Well, I take offense to, well, I don't take offense to, but the things that he said can be offensive. The things that he said about melanated females basically not having brain power. He talked about Michelle Obama not having brain power and not earning the position that she's, or that Michelle is in. Um, Also, about the pilot, basically, if he saw a melanated or a black pilot, he would have to question, does that pilot have the credentials to fly the plane? And I have an old colleague of mine, or a former friend, that she, was, I think, in her late 20s or early 30s, and she got her pilot's license, and she was flying a plane, and she's a melanated female. And my thing is, I remember when I first met her. This was like during COVID, and we had a vending event, and that's how I met her. She was telling me what she wanted to do. She wanted to get her pilot's license, and I looked at her and I said, I have no doubt that you're going to do that. And lo and behold, one day she posted one of her videos, and she was flying the plane. So what makes him think that people are just going to allow somebody to get control of the cockpit of these very expensive aircrafts, and they don't have the credentials to fly these, aircrafts? Because if something goes awry, imagine the amount of money and the liability that this company has to pay out because they didn't hire somebody that's certified. So to say something like that is actually a slap in the face
He
to the airline company.
he tried to clean himself up by saying I'm just going by DEI stats though, but even he doesn't do his research fully on DEI though. You think just because they're simply having DEI means that they're going to pick one random a melanated person and just give them a pilot license and say fly the plane? That's whimsical. That's not how it works though. DEI is just there to make sure there's no racist hiring practice, and that they give people of any walks of creed a chance to make something of themselves. Because here's the thing about it though, we live in a overtly racist society to where people deem European as already trustworthy and black is not though. So that's what DEI is there for though. They still take the same pilot exam, the same tests and trials that white Europeans take though. So it's whimsical and stuff like that. So when they get so when you see a pilot flying that plane, they are qualified. They are qualified. No matter what race and creed they are from, they are qualified.
Absolutely. I feel like they're qualified. We also have Don Fox Galaxy in the background. Well, I think that he must have dropped down. But I was gonna bring him up. He was backstage, but he must have left. Yeah, so like I've been on a plane, like I said in my prior videos, I've been on a plane with melanated pilots, and never once did I say, oh, I wonder if they're qualified enough to fly the plane. Any pilot that I see when I get on the plane, usually they greet you, and I greet them back, and I'm just like praying that we all make it to our destination safely. I'm not sitting up there trying to compare and contrast their credentials. I'm automatically thinking if they're on this plane, I just hope that we all make it safely
If
regardless.
if you want to get technical, all the plane crashes we've had in the last 20 years have all been European pilots. So let's also keep that in mind, though. For him to say he trusts a European pilot, I don't like to like wish planes to fall from the sky, though. But these were all European pilots who were charged these planes, and they all crashed.
Don Fox, would you like to come up? I'm going to see if I can bring you up. It looks like you're backstage. Hold on one second. All right, Don Fox, you are now up if you wanted to speak.
Yep, that's me off the Fox Galaxy account.
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing alright. How about yourself?
I'm doing well.
That's good.
Welcome,
That's good.
welcome to the building.
It was great to be on here. I ain't been
Okay,
on the YouTube live in a while.
okay. Well, I hope you've been doing well.
Yeah, I've been doing alright.
Okay. Well, Knowledge Seeker, he's been with Brown Girls Are Beautiful for quite a while. So we just want to welcome you. What were your thoughts on the topic?
I don't even know what to say. Like, this dude going after the kids is just crazy. That was just like, that was just next level. Just really messed up. Cause what made you think it's okay to just go after the kids? Like, what did they ever do to you? Like, why would you do that? Like, what was you thinking? In my opinion, he should never come out of prison ever again. He should just rot in there for the rest of his life.
Understood. My sentiments as well. But it's people like that, that run rampant out here. And unfortunately, they get second chances sometimes to come back out and be repeat offenders because they said he got out on bail. And I think the FBI did go visit him again for the second time around. So I don't even think they should have let him out after making threats against, little innocent children like that. And he admitted that he made those threats. So it's egregious and it's crazy to me when this is all misdirected anger. Y'all are talking about the opinion of the Kirkster when you should be directing your anger towards people that are threatening children. And that's just my opinion on the whole thing.
It's disgusting that he's just going after children, and it's more disgusting that they gave him a second chance. Me personally, I would have kept him in prison for the rest of his life. Once you do something like that, no, I don't think I'm ever letting you out anytime soon.
No, I don't think he should have, the right to be out, especially if he could make threats and then he admitted to it and then they'll let him out on bail because basically you don't know what's going on in a person's mind if they might actually follow through with those threats. So, yeah, they really dropped the ball, in my opinion, on that part as well.
100% agree. This feels like a genuine slap to the wrist.
Hmm. Well, a lot of people get a slap to the wrist. A lot of criminals get a slap to the wrist. That's why they go out and they're repeat offenders committing crimes. And see, these are the things that the Kirkster didn't talk about. He didn't touch on stuff like that. His primary focus was on a certain group of people that he targeted. And I think that's where the issue lies. And that's why they don't want us talking about these narratives.
Yeah, it's true. But whatever they say, it's no excuse for you to target children. Cause you know what? I would keep him in jail for the rest of his life and make sure he never goes near children ever again.
Absolutely. Absolutely has no right to be near children. Not for saying something like that. It's craziness, y'all. And there's been a lot of other things going on in the news, such as I don't know if y'all heard, but they are saying that there was some type of alien attack or alien invasion, and the government was shooting at it. And see, this happened right before the Charlie Kirk thing. I don't think anybody caught on to that. And I'm like, this Charlie Kirk thing could have been a distraction as well.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I did see an Instagram post about that. I think I saw that video. They said
Mm-hmm.
they launched a missile at the UFO, but it didn't have no impact. And I
Mm-hmm.
saw another one that says there might be aliens living on Earth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wouldn't doubt if they don't walk amongst us. I wouldn't doubt if they're not in the White House. I'm trying to find an article right now that I can share with y'all. Let me see. Let me see. September 9th. Actually, so this was right before the Kirk situation. Video shown in-house hearing appears to show a missile. Harvard professor discusses researching claiming aliens may live on Earth. Here it is right here. All right, let me see if I can pull this video up. Just a second. Yeah, they didn't really talk about this, but let me see if I can share this. Just a moment. Share, share. No. Oh,
I actually never thought something like this could happen though.
mm-hmm. Okay, so hopefully this will show up. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see the video. I don't know if the video's showing or not.
I wonder what does this alien ordeal could possibly mean in the future.
All right, so I don't even think it shared the images for y'all. So I'm gonna try to share it one more time because I couldn't get it to share. Share, share, share. Let me see. Let me try it one more time. Um, share button, share, share, share. All right. I don't think it's going to share. So I might have to pull it up on my phone and do it that way. Okay, let me see if I can go back and I'll just have to play it from my phone. Let me see here. Alien and here it is. Alien invasion. Let's see which one is NBC News. All right, and this was on September the 9th. September 9th. Okay, here it is 9 days ago. All right, it's playing a commercial right now. This is kind of frustrating because I can't share it. All right, y'all. Let me turn this up.
So is this video that was just introduced on Capitol Hill during an oversight committee that allegedly shows the U.S. military using a drone to shoot down some sort of unidentified flying object thing. There's that missile that hits that object. This is happening over the coast or near the coast of Yemen. That UAP just like continues to fly. When you look close, you can see what looks like maybe three other objects flying off of it. Can we just slow this down a little bit and play it back if we can to see exactly what we're talking about? All right, so there's the missile, makes a strike. And this is a huge port, so I get to see this up close. Three different distinct objects. This thing seems to be spinning a little bit, and then it zooms out. But when this missile hits, I mean, what are we seeing here? Are we seeing these parts coming off of this, what was supposed to be like a spear? Or are these parts of the Hellfire missile? Is this parallax that makes everything looks like it's going a lot faster? We have no idea. Remember, this is a 2D image. We're talking 3D from above, possibly a lot of confusion, but lawmakers were told that that missile was a Hellfire missile. We don't know what happens after the video cuts off, and we are missing a lot of information about the actual mission that was being flown. The only reason why we're seeing this video is because an unknown whistleblower apparently gave it to Congressman Eric Burleson, who released it publicly during today's oversight meeting. And this thing, which is explosive enough, this is just the tip of the iceberg on what was discussed. As you can imagine, lawmakers want some answers. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going. Are you aware of anything in the government, United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this? No. And do whatever blob thing it did and then keep going? Nothing? Nothing. Does this video scare you guys? Yes or no? Yes. Wiggins? Yes. Nat? I had a different reaction. I was really happy that it got out. Now let's bring in Florida.
Okay, so apparently, before the Charlie Kirk thing, I'm gonna drop y'all down. Thank y'all so much for coming up here. Okay, thank you, Fox Galaxy. Thank you, Knowledge Seeker. Um, but yes, I don't know if everybody was aware of this, but right before the Charlie Kirk situation took place, this is what was going on in the news. This was what was going on in the media. And I don't think it got a lot of coverage. It was actually overshadowed by that whole Kirk situation. And so apparently there are foreign objects flying around the surface of the earth, and the government, I guess they were throwing missiles at it and trying to attack it. Now, I don't know what makes them think that they have technology that could overpower that of a UFO, a unidentified flying object, because from my understanding, we get a lot of our technology from these aliens and these UFOs, and they don't talk about that. But y'all, they actually had a peace treaty back when, I think, what's his name, Roosevelt was in office. If you don't believe me, look it up. This is all public knowledge. They do have something called the FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act. I actually researched this back in like 2015-ish, 2016, something like that, maybe even 2013 to 2014. There are a lot of things that have been taking place in outer space and in I want to say the US airways, but actually within our Earth's surface and our Earth's territory that they didn't tell us about. They tried to gaslight us and make us think that these things did not exist, but yes, they do exist. You said Fox Galaxy, OMG. I actually talked to my mentor and my heart. Brown girls are beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But yes, indeed. So, like I said, there are other things that are going on besides the Charlie Kirk situation. Like, I really want to know how come nobody's talking about these UFOs, these aliens, these unidentified flying objects, and the fact that they've been trying to attack these things. Why aren't the American people being put on alert about this stuff, y'all? Because this is really going on, an alien invasion attack. And nobody's really talking about it. So I find it very interesting. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can play some more footage for y'all, because this is something I wanted to touch on anyway, but I really wasn't able to do it because I didn't have time, and plus, I started talking about Charlie and all of that. So let me take this stuff off the screen with this idiot remove from studio. Okay. And let's see if I can share. Y'all, it's not sharing for some reason. That's kind of irritating and annoying. But it's okay. If I can't do it this way, I'll just have to play it off my phone again. Share screen. Okay, it's not letting me do it. And you know what? That's because I'm using what's this called? Firefox. I should have used Chrome, and Chrome allows you to share more easier. Video shown in house appears to show a missile hitting an unidentified UAP, whatever that stands for. Let me see what else. This got 2.3 million views. Aliens visiting Earth.
If aliens cross the galaxy in whatever is their spaceship and arrived at Earth just to throw some balloons across North,
You're welcome, Fox Galaxy.
Really? We have crowdsourced any possible alien invasion on this Earth because there's 6 billion smartphones in the world, and everybody can take a high-resolution still frame or video camera. We have 1 million people at any moment who are airborne. Can look out their windows. I need better evidence than just we don't know what it is, therefore it's alien. Our capacity to detect alien life with the crowdsourcing of eyes on Earth tells me that it's less convincing than ever before. Correct. If aliens cross the galaxy in whatever...
And I do believe that there are other entities that walk amongst us. We would be very arrogant and cocky to think that we're the only living beings and creatures that exist on this, in this galaxy. That's crazy. Look at all the insects. Look at all the animals that are here. What? Y'all, this can't be true. They said breaking news, ABC news station just got shot up. This can't be true. Hold on. ABC news station. Hold on. Let me make sure this is true. ABC news station just got shot up. Charlie Kirk, conservative activist, assassinated. Hold on. 3 hours ago, y'all. Let me see. We got breaking news. Breaking news, y'all. ABC station in Sacramento with company facing criticism. So there was a shooting. Hold on. All right.
Telling NBC News someone pulled up. Tonight, gunshots fired at an ABC-affiliated television station in Sacramento. Bullet holes seen in the window of the lobby. An employee of the Tegna-owned station telling NBC News someone pulled up, fired into the lobby, and drove off. We're not going to stop looking for you. This is unacceptable behavior. It's not going to be tolerated in Sacramento. At least one person was in the lobby at the time, according to the station employee. Police say nobody was injured. While the motive is unknown, it comes amid backlash to the decision by Disney, ABC's parent company, to suspend Jimmy Kimmel's late-night show following the comments he made about Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin. Tonight, as ABC remains silent about the future of Kimmel, criticism growing over the company's decision and how the head of the FCC appeared to pressure ABC. In a rare break from the Trump administration, Republican Senator Ted Cruz joining those criticizing FCC Chairman Brendan Carr. It's fine to say what Jimmy Kimmel said was deplorable, it was disgraceful, and he should be off air, but we shouldn't be threatening government power to force him off air. That's a real mistake. President Trump tonight responding. I think Brendan Carr is a great American patriot, so I disagree with Ted Cruz on that. And also, again, suggesting revoking licenses from broadcasters that air unfavorable coverage of him. They'll take a great story and they'll make it bad. See, I think that's really illegal, personally. Meanwhile, outside Disney, free speech is under attack. Protests growing from New York to LA. For a second day in a row now, supporters of Jimmy Kimmel are gathering outside Disney's headquarters, calling for him to be put back on the air. Many telling us they're now boycotting the company. I'm canceling Hulu. I'm not going to watch Disney, and I'm going to avoid their advertisers like the plague. Former Disney CEO Michael Eisner also now weighing in, writing on X, if not for university presidents, law firm managing partners, and corporate chief executives standing up against bullies, who then will step up for the First Amendment? Jimmy, just let me say, I stand with you and your staff 100%. With Kimmel still off the air, fellow late-night hosts now speaking up for him. That is blatant censorship. In America, we have a little something called the First Amendment. And let me tell you how it works. I don't know what's going on, and no one does, but I do know Jimmy Kimmel, and he's a decent, funny, and loving guy, and I hope he comes back. Liz joins us now live. Liz, I want to go back to that shooting in Sacramento. Do we know any more about what happened? Well, Tom, police just gave an update, and they reiterated that this is a preliminary investigation. They do not know right now if this was a random or a targeted attack. They have not identified a suspect, but we do know that yesterday there were protesters gathered outside that station in response to ABC's decision to pull Kimmel off the air. Tom. We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. This is getting freaking out of control. These people have gone mad. Mad, I tell you, mad. So, who are the thugs now? Who are the freaking gangsters and thugs now? These people are crazy out here. Y'all, please be careful. Yes, Fox Galaxy, unbelievable. Stay in deep prayer. Y'all be real careful. Just be very vigilant, because I don't know. This world is like, this country is going in chaos right now. I can understand boycotting, but to shoot up the ABC News studio? What in the world? And did y'all hear the other day that several police officers were shot? 3 were killed while serving a warrant in Pennsylvania. Did y'all hear about that? So if you haven't heard about it, let me play that for you as well. All right. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to share this freaking screen. That's the irritating part, y'all. If I can't share it, then I will have to play it on my phone again, which I hate playing it on my phone, but at least you'll get it one way or another. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Y'all, do y'all think that ABC shooting had to do with Jimmy Kimmel? I think it did. I think it did. These people are not playing, y'all. Hold on one second. Let me pull up this Pennsylvania thing with these police officers. Hold on. This is craziness, y'all. Police shot in Pennsylvania. In York County, y'all. That's where it happened. Okay. Three police officers killed in York County, Pennsylvania shooting. All right, let me see if I can play this for you.
Officers are dead and two more. Welcome back. It is 5:15 this morning. Three police officers are dead and two more injured after a shooting in Pennsylvania. We're also learning that the suspect is also dead, according to police there. Amy Kiley has more details on how this tragedy unfolded.
This kind of violence isn't okay.
Three officers are dead and two are gravely wounded after a shooting in central Pennsylvania yesterday. Officials say the injured are York County sheriffs and the deceased were Northern York regional officers.
This is an absolutely tragic and devastating day for York County and for the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Sources say the officers were trying to arrest the suspect and serve a restraining order involving his ex-girlfriend.
This involves stalking repeatedly, criminal acts to cause fear, loitering and prowling at night, criminal trespass, simple trespass.
Officials say the shooter was wearing camouflage and waiting in a cornfield when officers arrived.
When I got past the barn, I heard gunshots. I just saw a lot of chaos and saw some bodies.
Officials say the suspect is dead after law enforcement returned fire. Attorney General Pam Bondi says federal agents are investigating. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro says the tragedy is a reminder to appreciate first responders. He's also calling for more efforts to prevent gun violence.
We need to do better when it comes to looking out for those who are in need, so we don't have to deal with tragedies like this.
It also is a reminder, especially with emotionally charged situations, domestic situations, how fast and how violently these things can spin out of control.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Yeah.
5 law enforcement officers.
There are a lot of dark, evil forces out here all across this globe. So we really got to be diligent and just continue to be in prayer, continue to be vigilant. Look out for one another, look out for yourselves, pay attention to your safety. Just watch your surroundings, y'all. This world is on a different timeline right now. It's a different atmospheric shift that's taking place as a whole, and we really need healing as this world continues to go into this global warfare. It's just craziness out here, y'all. So all of this divisiveness over the Kirk stir and the Trump stir, the left wing, the right wing, the religious wars, the race baiting, and all of that, it needs to stop. But people still won't stop. People still won't stop. You said, "I'll love you, never forget that." Aw. Shout out to you, Fox Galaxy. Much love to you as well. People will never, never, never completely, just try to get along. Like there always going to be someone being divisive, and like that needs to stop, y'all. It really needs to stop. Um, I don't see why anybody wants to live in a world full of chaos. They're talking about alien invasions. You have police shootings. You have people threatening to, shoot up little children. And then you have people getting mad about the Kirkster shooting up the ABC News studio like that. Come on, y'all. What is going on? Why can't we all just get along? Why can't we all just get along? That freaking ABC shooting is crazy. That just recently popped up on my timeline, so I had to share it with y'all. I don't want to be on here too long because I've been on here for a little over an hour now. Tinkerbell is over in the corner laying down. Oh, Tinkerpoo. Her ears just perched up. Now she looked up at me because she knows that if she came back up here jumping in my lap, I was going to shoot her with this water bottle. Okay, just some water, y'all. So she can stop interrupting my video. But anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in, everybody that has subscribed. I appreciate all the love. Thank you, Fox Galaxy. Thank you, Knowledge Seeker. This will not be the last time you'll see us up here or see me up here. Thank you. Um, we will be talking about other topics, but I just wanted to say there are bigger things than just, one person that lost their life. There are innocent children that are still losing their lives. There are innocent children that are still coming up missing. There are people all over this world that does not spread hate speech, that unfortunately they meet their untimely demise, so we got to really understand people are going through things that we don't even know about. We need to have more compassion for one another. We need to stop People need to stop acting like they are superior over other people, over other groups of people, and stop with their inferiority complex and spreading all their hate speech, and then trying to gaslight us and make people think it's us that caused this to happen, because we didn't cause this, y'all. We didn't cause it. But when we start talking about the truth, people get mad, they get triggered, and the hit dogs start to growl and holler. Thank you so much for having me. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So, everybody, manifest. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Have a wonderful weekend. Divokananda is here. The weekend is here. Tomorrow's going to be Saturday. And, just go after your goals every single day. I'm going to be working on my goals as well. And I wish you a big, prosperous, happy life, y'all. I really do. Shout out to all of you out there that supports Brown Girls Are Beautiful from the very beginning to the middle until now. Before I was even live streaming, before I even knew how to live stream, I didn't even know how to share my screen. So thank you so much for being patient with me, for being, just embracing of me, and for accepting me. All right. I really appreciate that. And because of that, I wish the same for you, and prosperity to you and your family, y'all. We got to give thanks to our ancestors. We got to give thanks to our creators. And we cannot take our health for granted. We cannot take our blessings for granted. And we cannot take this country for granted, because, y'all, there are impoverished countries where even some of our more impoverished areas look way better than where they live. Y'all should look at what the streets of, South America looks like in a lot of those countries. We are still very blessed and fortunate to be here and to live here, but we are under oppression. We're under systematic oppression. And unfortunately, until certain select people want to recognize the things that they have done and what they continue to do and try to gaslight us, we're not going to get anywhere. We're not going to be able to overcome that, because they don't want to deal with the facts, right? That's being presented every single day. But anyway, you all, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Continue to walk in your divinity, celebrate yourself. Special acknowledgement to all the ultimate warriors, spiritual warriors, and angelic warriors. I'm signing out. You all stay blessed and stay peaceful. All right, gonna play my outro, y'all. Where's my outro? Y'all, why is it not working? So my outro doesn't want to play. Okay, let me see. Let me see how to get my outro going. Here it is. I got it, y'all. Outfeeder saying, "What's good, Solar God? What's good? You are late, but thank you for making it into the building. Solar God, you got to check out my video. We had some haters in this house. Yeah, some haters in this house. When you see them, point them out. Yeah, they were hating on your girl, but it's all good. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Play my outro, y'all.